5 dirtiest and disgusting millionaires. Do you know who? While others earn their millions just by being born, others acquire their wealth through shady and sinister approach. Watch this video on top 5 dirtiest and disgusting millionaires. You better stay tuned until the end because you'll be in shock to find out how this person became so wealthy. Before we reveal their names, be sure to like this video, turn on notifications, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss more interesting topics. So let's begin our countdown. On 5th spot is a Hungarian-born American multi-billionaire, investor, and philanthropist who earned the nickname the man who broke the Bank of England. Born on August 12, 1930 at Budapest, Hungary, from Jewish parents, he survived the Holocaust to become one of the richest men in the world. George Soros has pioneered a bold political approach to philanthropy, championing the rights of migrants and the oppressed. He got his fame during the 1992 Black Wednesday currency crisis. He sold billions of pounds before the devaluation, much of it purchased with borrowed money. Later, Soros bought back the pounds, repaid the money he borrowed, and made profit of about $1 billion. His fortune has given him Open Society Foundation $1 billion a year to fund thousands of education, health, human rights, and democracy projects operating in more than 120 countries around the world. Just in his New York base, he made a whopping $44 billion through financial forecasting, but he is accused of channeling his vast wealth in pursuit of a dirty plan to overthrow the government, to control European politics, and to buy up the US Democratic Party, all to impose his global vision. He became known as a man who's funding morally correct causes for the left party while he's a sinister symbol of liberal wealth gone wrong for the right party. Despite having been victim to right-wing conspiracies during the 90s, it was, however, in 2004 when he became the true focal point of conservative propaganda, due mainly to the fact he began funding groups who tried to stop George W. Bush's re-election bid. Coupled with his decision to publicly oppose the Iraq War, this was a move that inspired the American right to spin theories that Soros was attempting to influence the US political agenda with malicious intent. The whirlwind of smear campaigns did not stop there. Soros has directed his wealth into several under-the-radar campaigns. Notably, he donated $3 million to help reshape the American justice system in 2016. Allegations multiplies about secrets of Soros' plot, orchestrating violence in the streets of America and masterminding a hoax bomb plot to bring down the president. These are conspiracy theories with deadly consequences. Disgusting or beloved, with his countless organizations through which he shapes public policy and undertakes vast humanitarian projects, financial empire, and the 14 books he's written on subjects ranging from the war on terror to global capitalism, George Soros is an influential figure and a titan in finance, as well as the empire of philanthropy. Here are the extremely wealthy brothers going for a 2-in-1 on 4th spot. It started in 1940 when Koch Industries was founded by Fred Koch, wherein the majority of shares are owned by his sons, David and Charles. The Koch family's business is the second largest privately owned U.S. company. Their revenues exceed $100 billion annually. In the film Koch Brothers Exposed, director Robert Greenwald makes quite a few inflammatory accusations against the Koch brothers, including manipulation and the gutting of the U.S. Social Security system, segregation efforts, suppressing voting rights, causing cancer clusters due to pollution outside one of their paper plants, and manipulation of college-university hiring practices through financial influence. Most of the damage done at their Georgia-Pacific plant is caused by air pollution as well as water pollution, greatly affecting the largely poor black community in the surrounding area. The city of Crozet, where the charges come from, and where the plant is located, has one of the highest cancer exposure rates in the United States. 2,200 of the 6,000 residents of the town actually work at the plant. Another film entitled Company Town also exposes the pollution from the plant, which chimes in at 1.5 million pounds of toxic chemicals each year. The company's only response is that they have a permit for that level of pollution. The blood diamond magnate at the center of dirt and riches holds the third spot. Dan Gertler is an Israeli billionaire businessman in natural resources and the owner of DGI Group of Companies. He acquired his wealth by selling diamonds and copper mining. Gertler has become an expert in infiltrating and manipulating African nations for weeding out blood diamonds. If you've seen Leonardo DiCaprio's film Blood Diamond, you can surely associate it with Gertler. He has an estimated wealth of $2.5 billion according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. He uses the money to finance rebel regimes and military coups in order to strike deals to obtain diamond mines. Most of the sinister activities of Gertler occurred in the Congo. His good buddy, Joseph Kabila, is well known internationally to rig elections in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Joseph's father, Laurent Kabila, was moving forward with a war in Congo in 1997 that resulted in the death of nearly 1 million civilians. And that's not counting the millions more wounded and raped. Gertler dumped $20 million into the war to support the fight while securing exclusive diamond rights in the Congo. His money would support the killing of hundreds of thousands while lining his pockets with straight cash, or in better terms, boatloads of blood diamonds. A Russian arms dealer who made his wealth by selling stockpiles of firearms claims the second spot. Born on January 13, 1967, a small boy who dreams of achieving something big in Soviet military and business trade. Viktor Bout is extremely smart as a child. He can speak 6 different languages, some of them are Persian, Russian, and English. In 1991, he got his foot by the door, entering the Soviet Army as a translator. From there, he would create one of the most successful arm webs in the world. He was a contractor who kept filling the pockets of Russia while filling his own tenfold more, giving him an estimated wealth of $6 billion. He specialized in getting arms into Afghanistan, Sierra Leone, Congo, Kenya, Lebanon, Libya, Angola, and the Central African Republic. If there were hotspot war zones in the third world nations, you could guarantee that Bout's guns were being traded there, earning his nickname, the Merchant of Death. He was arrested in Thailand in 2008 for selling weapons to the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, and sentenced for 25 years imprisonment. And on our top list is an American financial expert, investor, and philanthropist, worth over $10 billion. Harold Simmons was a business giant owning 5 different companies listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Aside from owning the largest producer of titanium in the world, Simmons was a highly successful and controversial businessman. Simmons made a terrible impact on society by poorly storing nuclear waste before he passed away in 2013. He lobbied aggressively to open a nuclear waste dump in Andrews County by the New Mexico border. The waste is stored right over a large number of aquifers. According to D Magazine in Dallas, they refer to Simmons as the most evil genius for his push to dangle a few local jobs in exchange for him making millions more and poisoning large swaths of poor people. So, there you have it, top 5 dirtiest and disgusting millionaires. Do you know one of them? Who do you despise the most? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you all for watching. Are you ready?